providing training and competition in over 20 sports for those with intellectual disability. In studio with me today is Julie and Jake, who are with the Special Olympics, particularly the Polar Plunge. How are you guys doing?
We're doing
well,
great.
Thank you.
Good. Welcome. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, absolutely. So this is going to be such a fun conversation. I just have to start off by saying, because you all hold an annual event that allows for people to literally jump in ice cold water.
Voluntarily.
Yes, in February.
In February for fun. No.
It's a lot of fun.
It is fun.
It is.
A lot of fun.
Okay, so start off by telling us about the Special Olympics in general.
So Special Olympics Indiana, Julie works for them. I'll let her talk a little bit about the movement, but this fundraiser is one of the biggest fundraisers of the year for Special Olympics. So it helps us provide these services and competitions for athletes at no charge. We've got, 16,000 athletes?
About 16,000 athletes across the state right now. We're still coming back, with our pre-COVID numbers. Right before COVID, we were at about 18,000 athletes across the state. So we're getting back to normal.
Yes, that's amazing. And so what qualifies for an athlete to be a part of the Special Olympics?
Well, we are for those with intellectual disabilities. So anyone that has a diagnosis of an intellectual disability or a developmental delay can join Special Olympics. We're not the Paralympics, that it's just a physical disability. It's for those with intellectual disabilities. And then we also have a partner athlete. So those are those without intellectual disabilities. So many of our sports are unified so that you can have a person with and without intellectual disabilities practicing and competing together.
Okay, and that includes children and adults?
It does. We start at age 8 and we never age out. So we have athletes in their 80s still competing.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Which is always inspiring. When I want to just sit around, I think about, we've got athletes still out there doing stuff in their 80s. Maybe I should get up and do something.
Yes, absolutely. And so tell me about the different sports that are offered throughout the year that those can participate in.
Sure.
Well, around the state, every county program, which is how our athletes compete and practice, offers something different, but we have sports year-round. So we're not just that one day a year track meet kind of thing. We've got powerlifting, we've got golf, we've got flag football. Of course, it's basketball because it's Indiana and we have to have basketball. But we also have corn toss and bocce and track and field. So we have a wide variety of sports based on interest and ability.
Okay, so let's get to the Polar Plunge. What is this? What is it?
So it's, like I said, a big fundraiser for Special Olympics, and it's really simple. So registration will open this week. You'll go to polarplungein.org and sign up. There's a minimum $85 that you need to raise to take the plunge. So that's the point, right? We want to raise money for Special Olympics, and so we set a pretty reasonable level that a lot of people can meet. Last year we had over 250 people come out and plunge at Matea Park in Northeast Fort Wayne.
Yes.
So you get online and register, and then you start raising money. Show up on the event day, and we'll have everything ready for you to take a plunge in the lake there at Matea Park.
Everything ready. So you're going to provide the ice cold water.
We will.
Lots of ice cold water.
Cold breeze. No.
We've got we work with Northeast Fire. They provide divers, rescue workers, just in case. So we actually have divers in the water. These guys act like they're in a sauna. They're in full dry suits and keep it safe for everybody. There's some years where we have to cut a hole in the ice. So chainsaws on a lake, cutting an 8-foot hole is really fun to watch.
One year it was 12 inches we had to cut through of ice.
But then other years I've been on the beach in a t-shirt emceeing it, and so the water's still 32 degrees, but you're running in instead of jumping in. So there's different ways we do it.
Okay, and you both have plunged.
Absolutely.
How many times? What was the experience like?
2 for me, and Julie's done it a few more times. For me, I always describe it as exhilarating. Your body knows what to do, so you jump in, it's 2 seconds of shock, and then the adrenaline kicks in, and then you're like, oh my gosh, that was a rush, that was a lot of fun. I'm sure it's not the same experience for everybody. That's how I experienced it.
One year we plunged and then stood on the beach and did an interview afterwards, still wet, because your body kind of goes into that warming mode and you don't really feel it for a while.
I rewatched it. I thought there'd be teeth chattering, but there was not. You're all right. I talked about it and I do now.
Right after to do it.
But you'll be able to find out in February when you plunge with us, Jessica.
Julie? Julie is trying to get me to plunge. Listen, It looks so interesting. It really does, and it's for a good cause.
It's for a great
a good
cause,
cause.
yeah.
So you may twist my arm a little, but we'll see. I have a couple of months.
Maybe you can get
to
out there and
prepare.
watch. We'll get you out, and then you'll just get in the spirit. But
Yeah.
you know, we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of athletes that come out and help volunteer and run the event. We've got a great group of volunteers building a committee. We've got a couple new rock stars coming on the committee this year that we're excited to have join us. So we're really excited to grow this thing. Julie and I took over less than 10 years ago. We've grown it from raising $10,000, $15,000 to our goal is 70 this year, and I think we can go bigger. So a lot of corporate interest we're trying to generate. Let's get the businesses involved in supporting us with not only donations, but let's get teams of plungers out from the companies and the schools. Man, they have so much fun. We get East Allen University. We got to mention them. They had 100 kids or something last year.
Wow.
Carroll's always the biggest, the largest fundraising team. Excuse me. They raise the most money. It seems like each year they just do a great job. And then East Allen University shows up with the massive, largest group of plungers. So
That
a lot
is
of local support.
amazing.
Yes.
Jake, Julie, thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
in and sharing about this good cause. And it's a fun day and a fun experience.
Absolutely.
So I will tell you, if you're interested in learning more, there are different ways you can participate in this nonprofit. Go to their website, check out the options, register, and look forward to the plunge. We'll be right back.